Shalom. Call HALAL YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders who rule well, who taught me this truth. Enough respect to the fellow Akim and salutations to the hopeful elect, the house of David. Peace to the elect. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Barakatham to you, Akim, as well as the Agwa that are listening and learning. This is your brother YAHAWASHI from the Birmingham branch, coming to you again with this quick hit of this truth. And this lesson is going to be entitled Sabbath Lesson. All right? Because most of you notion or egg to the fact that we keep the Sabbath on Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, which is not true. It's not like YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, asked Moses, do you have a calendar on you? Well, mark this on your calendar and keep this day separate. No, man. All right? The holy days are determined by the moon. And through scripture, through precepts, all right, we're going to substantiate that fact. So Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying and comforting. I'm going to start in the book of Sirach, chapter 43, starting at verse 6. And it reads, He made the moon also to serve in her season for declaration of times and a sign of the world. So when you pretty much go into that word, declaration, bear with me. All right. It goes into
declaration,
a formal or explicit statement or announcement, all right, of the beginning of a state or condition. You see? So this is an explicit statement or announcement. So the moon served, all right, in her season for a declaration, which goes into a statement or an announcement, which means it's telling us something. All right? It's letting us know we need to do a certain thing. Okay? Now from there, we're going to get back to Sirach. But let's get the letter of Jeremiah, which some of you, some Bibles or Apocrypha has Baruch 6, okay? This is verse 60, and it reads, For sun, moon, and stars, being bright, are sent to do their offices, are obedient, okay? Now you have beast, all right? You have man, okay? These, all right, can go off and not be obedient to you, you know, or not be obedient to whosoever give that commandment but YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Now the sun, the moon, and the stars are not such. These are being bright, all right? They are sent to do their offices, and they're obedient. So the moon has a job, a particular job to do, and we are to follow the moon, all right, concerning keeping the Sabbath, which is not Friday Eve to Sunday or Saturday Eve, okay? Now, and some days it do fall on a Friday to Saturday, you know, and we do as well keep that day separate, all right, which the day starts in the evening. You can read that in the book of Genesis. So let's go back to Sirach 43 and continue to expound on the scriptures that are set for us. All right, and these are for our learning. So let's read 6 again. It says, He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. From the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. You see that? So you may think, hey, a full moon. Well, no. It goes from, all right, a slither of a crescent to the full and back down, you know, which it says it decreases in their perfection, man. Okay? So from a little crescent to the full, all right, down to another crescent. It says the month is called after her name. All right, so you ask the average Jake or the average person out there that does try to keep, You know, you have these groups out there that keep a Sabbath from Friday night to Saturday night, which is totally going off. Now, with YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, it's a balance. And it tells you in the scriptures that a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You know, let's get that real quick. And we'll come back here. So if you're telling me that you're keeping this from Friday Eve to Saturday Eve, then you telling me that you don't need YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI to tell you these certain things. Okay? This is so like it, Proverbs 11:1, it says, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, but a just weight is his delight. So meaning that the Lord have created all these things that you see. He suspended a ball of fire, all right, the moon in the air. However, he's telling you to keep something when he gave the commandments to Moses that he didn't have no calendar to go by. He's telling you to keep something on a certain day of that certain week, each week, until he comes. That just baffles me. All right, and this is you know, goes back to the lack of understanding of our people, man. All right, so let's go back. It says, verse 8, it says, the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, which mean that crescent to the quarter, to the half moon, to the full moon, back to the half, back to the you know, quarter, and back to that crescent, right? Looks like a little fingernail clipping. It says, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. Okay? Verse 9, the beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, an ornament giving light in the highest places of the Lord. Those highest places are the firmament, all right, which is in our realm, because what our eyes can behold such a thing, all right, the moon for the night, and guess what, the sun for the day, which that evening is the start of that day. So from there, we're going to go to the book of Isaiah, all right, chapter 66. This is verse 23. This is verse 23, Isaiah 66 and 23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, hold on, let's read that again. That from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another. Let's read that again. And from one Sabbath to another. So simultaneously, all in one breath, the Lord is giving you a hint here. He's telling you something here. And you don't need no scientific hypothesis to figure this out. You don't need to know Chinese arithmetic to understand that within the same breath is talking about the same day. All right? That from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. You see that? So we are rehearsing these righteous acts before the eyes of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, and his angels. Okay? See, and this is why it means what it tells you when we tell you, you know, we keep the commandments as best to our ability, even though we can't keep all of them. All right? Therefore, if we could, why would we need YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI? You see? Therefore, we need YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. All right? Because this is going to come to pass, and everyone is going to acknowledge, all right, the Sabbath, which is from one new moon to the next. Okay? Matter of fact, since I said that, because we're rehearsing it, let's go to the book of Colossians, chapter 2. This is verse 16. Colossians 2 and 16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink or in respect of an holiday. Okay? Or should I say holy day, which is read holy day. All right? Because these is our holy days, the Passover. all right, these feast days, these Sabbath days, okay, the Day of Atonement, these are holy days to us. Now, when it says don't let no man judge you, all right, in meat, meaning if I eat goat and you eat lamb, you shouldn't have to judge me that I eat goat, right? Both of them are lawful, okay, or however much I eat, all right, or however much I drink. You shouldn't judge me on that. We know sodas, all right? We don't deal with those sodas. We don't deal with no fast food restaurants, okay? But nevertheless, we're talking about, meat is not good for every, person, all right? Or the amount of meat or the amount of drink, all right? That's what it means going into that. So it says, or in respect of an holy day. Because again, we're under grace. Nevertheless, we rehearse these, and it's going to tell you that in the next scripture. It says, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days. All right. So if a person is holding the Sabbath from Friday evening to Sunday evening, which you don't have any scriptures to substantiate that, why would you continue to do so? Verse 17 point, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Hamashiach. That's right. Okay, because he is the head, and this is a shadow of things to come, what we rehearse. Okay, yeah, we're going to have slaves in the kingdom. Lord will, we endure to that time, and they're going to observe and keep the Sabbath, which Exodus 20:8 tells you that. Matter of fact, let's go to the book of Genesis right quick. And let you know that the evening starts the first day. Genesis 1:5. And the Most High called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. So if you see in a series of order, you see evening is first, and then you see morning is second, meaning that was the first day. It starts in that evening. Okay, and this is why we say from Tuesday Eve on the 12th of January to Wednesday Eve, we keep the Sabbath, which brings us to the book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 8. And it reads, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. And then it goes into, all right, the rest of the laws that YAHAWASHI revealed to Moses, all right, which Moses revealed to the peculiar people, the treasure, all right, Israel, the Most High's people. So Lord willing, this video was edifying and comforting, all right, more light shed on the Sabbath day and how we should keep it, how we should observe it, and we follow everything by the moon, the new moons. So with that, shalom, on to the next one.